Got some stuff now. Look at that. Do we know what you got?
First off, I'm going to say one of the biggest mistakes was not having solar panels. To me, that was one of the biggest mistakes that we've encountered. All right, so let's get into the first mistake. The first mistake I feel like was the brain, the solar panel. I feel like the solar panels are the brain of the whole operation. And if your electrical is not charging, it's worthless. It's useless. You can have the best system, the best wattage, and if it's not charging, it's worthless. So I underestimated that because I was kind of calculating it to where when I get to my destination, I can plug in. And even when I plugged in, the battery didn't recover fast enough because another issue was the charger. My charger was 20, I think it was like 20 volts, a 20-volt charger or 40-volt charger, but it didn't recover the battery to 100%, fast enough. While we're in it and we're using power, it never went topped off to 100%. So, I say the solar panel was one of the biggest issues. So the number two issue, it really comes from, well, not really, because the number two issue was the electrical. I thought that for like the plug up items, I could use my power stations more than I use my battery power. And the inverter was like a 200-watt inverter. And when I looked at the stuff that I had, I'm like, well, I don't need that much power. We had was this air fryer?
Mm-hmm.
I think the air
Air fryer.
fryer was the biggest thing. And we had some other little things that we used, but nothing exceeded, that 200 for from the inverter. Um, but the power station was 1,000 watts. But then again, at the end of the day, it's nothing charging that power station while we're driving or sitting in there. It goes dead.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I did was what do you call it? I like oversized my breaker. My breaker was 240 amps. I think it was 240 amps. And I think, yeah, because I read from one of the comments where they said that that breaker won't trip because it's too high. So what happened was we was plugged in to shore power and the breaker didn't trip, but the shore power tripped and it knocked all the power out where we were located. So all the power went out. Our van was out. All right, you guys, it's early, 5:30 in the morning. Um, Everything died. Both power stations died. It was because the breaker it didn't trip. I think I maybe should have got a 30 amp, 50 amp, something that when the load is too heavy, it would trip in here first, then um outside to the breaker box. So then again, now I know that they sell surge protectors that you can put on your Sure Power plug wherever you plug it in at. And that surge protector is going to protect it from knocking out power. So that surge protector protects in between the van and the power source.
As you all can see, all the mess that we have in here, we're getting ready to rip all of it out. Now, the third van build mistake that we made was not having comfortable sleeping arrangements for me and my husband. You guys, for me, when we went on our last trip, it was so uncomfortable. We had a mattress or a little foot pump mattress already pumped up all the way, and I'm just going to close just like that to keep the air in. And there you have it. This is where me and Marcus sleep. It was okay at first when we slept overnight, but for 5 days, it was so. Was it 4 or 5 days? 5 days, so uncomfortable. It wasn't enough room. So what we did was move the mattress, and we just had like a blanket and we laid on there. That didn't work because my whole side was hurting when I woke up the next day. So that didn't work. So what we did was took the cushions because of our baby girl. She stayed the night with her friend. So what we did was use the cushions from her bed and put it down for us. And it was like magic. I slept so good. We slept so good.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Yes, it was
So
awesome.
now I know that little mattress we had, it was good for, like I said, that night we had, but for a couple of days or a long period of time, not gonna work. It was so uncomfortable. So we know now what we need to have for me and Marcus to be comfortable to sleep when we go on these trips again. I wanted to briefly disrupt this video and let you guys know I'm back. Hun did a video the other day and let you guys know what's going on with our some of the plans we have with the barn and everything, but I just want to let y'all know that I'm back and I am so excited to give you guys like what we're doing next and the plans we have, and I'm just so happy to be back here with y'all. I missed y'all so much. Okay, I really did. And we back.
So before we go into number 4, we've talked about our food business for quite some time now. We told y'all about how our actual food truck went out, the motor went down. So this is the trailer that we've been renting. When I mentioned in the last video that we've been, working while we was away, this is one of the trailers that we've been. This is the trailer that we've been using. Right now it's winter time, so it gets a little slow around the winter time. All right, this is Sarah, our food truck. All right, but this is a 1986 Chevrolet P30 5.7 V8 350 engine, 22 foot box, so it's pretty big. Um, so the fourth one is the fuel system. I was I upgraded a lot when it came to the fuel system. When you buying these things from marketplace, or I got that from OfferUp, but when you're buying these things, you know, $1,000 for a van, when you buying those things, you have to look and you have to check everything. Just go ahead and replace everything. I replaced a lot of parts when it comes to the fuel delivery. Some parts I kind of like looked over because it's like this stuff hardly ever goes out. So I replaced everything, new gas tank. Um, this would make the fourth fuel pump, but the return line, I never checked the return line. I kind of like overlooked the return line and figured out that's what's killing all the fuel pumps. And when I opened the gas tank, so much pressure comes out the gas tank till like the fuel pump is just dying because the gas tank is not being vented properly. So, like I said, that the fuel delivery um, was the issue. And what it do, it when you replace the fuel pump, it runs for a while. It runs for a long time, and then after over time, it just heats up. Too much pressure's in the tank, and it just goes out. As I mentioned, find these things, use. They will work. You just have to properly look over them and troubleshoot, and make sure you're upgrading the most important things on your used van that you get from Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, or what have you. All right, so right now we're standing in front of the barn, which is, I think I mentioned in the previous video, a 7 by 16, 7 by 16 barn. The one that we're looking at turning into a tiny home for our son. We also want to let you guys know that we are. We've seen someone mention it, but we are as real as possible, as authentic as possible as we can be. We're not trying to create something that we are not.
Yes.
We're trying to just relay our real life to you guys, our family. Sorry, it's been a long time, but our
Family.
family.
Okay, so the fifth and final mistake that we made with this van bill was not having the right space. When I say that, I mean for a family of four. We have two adults, a teenage son, and a tween daughter who's 11. You need space, okay? And the thing is, we know that it's a tiny space. You can't bring your whole home with you when you're traveling. You have to bring necessities. You have to be a minimalist. Being in a small space that us four was in, like we had to have a little space for each person. But us going somewhere staying for a couple of days or a long period of time, we can't bring five outfits or six outfits or two pair of shoes or whatever. We have to bring necessity. So with us being a family of four, we need space like under the bed, we need space on top of the bed. We need space that we can be able to put our things but not so much. We need space for our pots, our pans, like all of our kitchen things we may need, our food, our necessities, like I said, our water, whatever we may have. But going into it, we were thinking like, okay, we will have this space and have we'll put this here. So with that being said, we've learned to not bring as much with us. So, what we learned from this mistake is to keep our things or whatever we may need, our necessities, to a minimum.
And one thing on the sleeping is I seen these mattresses that rolls up, um, like 3-inch mattresses. Like that's the plan for now. So of course you all know how we do. All ideas are welcome. All advice is welcome. Those that have done what we are trying to do, you know, we always appreciate the advice. Yeah, you can give whatever you know or whatever you think would work. Um, like I said, I can look at the bunk bed. I can look at pulling a trailer behind the van, but we just have to progress as we go and see what works for us.
As always, we thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.